Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most iconic stars. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're shining the spotlight on the incomparable Greta Garbo. This Swedish siren is widely regarded as one of the greatest actresses of all time, and her allure continues to captivate audiences to this day. With a career spanning over 3 decades, Garbo's legacy has left an indelible mark on the world of cinema. Born on September 18, 1905, in Södermalm, Stockholm, Sweden, Greta Lovisa Gustafsson was the youngest of 3 children to Carl Alfred Gustafsson and Anna Lovisa Johansson. Her father, a laborer, and her mother, a homemaker, instilled in Greta a strong work ethic and a passion for creative expression from an early age. The family's modest apartment on Blekingegaten Street was filled with music, laughter, and the sounds of Garbo's parents encouraging their children to explore their artistic sides. Growing up in Södermalm, Garbo was surrounded by the sights, sounds, and smells of a vibrant working-class neighborhood. She spent countless hours exploring the cobblestone streets, watching street performers and vendors, and discovering hidden alleys and courtyards. The historic old town, with its colorful buildings and winding streets, was just a short walk away, and Garbo often visited the royal palace and the Stockholm church, marveling at their grandeur. The historical context of Garbo's early years was marked by significant social and economic change in Sweden. The country was undergoing rapid industrialization, with many rural residents moving to urban centers like Stockholm in search of work. This shift had a profound impact on the city's culture, with new theaters, music halls, and cinemas springing up to cater to the growing population. Garbo's family, though struggling financially, was part of this vibrant cultural landscape, and Greta's early exposure to the arts would later shape her career as a renowned actress. As a child, Garbo attended the Katarina Primary School, where she excelled academically and developed a passion for learning. Her teachers remembered her as a diligent student, always eager to please and quick to absorb new knowledge. Outside of school, Garbo spent hours reading, drawing, and daydreaming, often using her imagination to create fantastical worlds and characters. Garbo's family life was marked by both joy and hardship. Her father's struggles with illness and unemployment meant that the family had to rely on the charity of relatives and friends to get by. Despite these challenges, Garbo's parents encouraged their children to pursue their passions, and Greta's older sister, Alva, became a skilled seamstress, while her brother, Sven, developed a talent for music. As Greta entered her teenage years, she began to pursue her passion for acting, attending the Royal Dramatic Theatre's acting school, and later landing small roles at the Intimateatern, a local theater company. These early experiences would lay the groundwork for her future success, as she honed her craft and developed the skills that would make her a beloved star of the silver screen. The seeds of Garbo's future success were sown in these formative years, as she developed a strong work ethic, a passion for creative expression, and a determination to succeed. Her family's financial struggles and her father's early passing instilled in her a resilience and adaptability that would serve her well in the face of adversity. As we leave behind the charming streets of Södermalm and the humble beginnings of Greta Garbo's life, we find ourselves on the cusp of her remarkable journey to stardom. Garbo's entry into the world of cinema began in 1922, when she landed a small role in the Swedish film La Förpättare. However, it was her performance in the 1924 film The Saga of Gösta Berling that caught the attention of Louis B. Mayer, the co-founder of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Studios. Mayer was impressed by Garbo's unique talent and saw an opportunity to bring her to Hollywood. In 1925, Garbo signed a contract with MGM and made her way to America, where she would go on to become one of the studio's most prized assets. Her early films, such as The Torrent and Flesh and the Devil, showcased her remarkable acting abilities and cemented her status as a rising star. One of Garbo's earliest breakthrough roles was in the 1928 film, Anna Karenina, an adaptation of Leo Tolstoy's classic novel. Her portrayal of the titular character earned her critical acclaim and demonstrated her range as an actress. This role marked a turning point in her career, establishing her as a leading lady in Hollywood. The late 1920s and early 1930s were a whirlwind period for Garbo, with films like Ninotchka, Romance, and Susan Lennox, solidifying her position as one of the most popular actresses of the time. Her on-screen chemistry with co-stars like John Gilbert and Clark Gable only added to her allure, making her a household name. Garbo's success was not limited to her film work. She also became a fashion icon, influencing the style of women around the world. Her signature look, characterized by sleek hairstyles, elegant gowns, and sophisticated accessories, was emulated by many, and her face became one of the most recognizable in Hollywood. As Garbo's star continued to rise, she faced numerous challenges, including the pressures of fame, the scrutiny of the media, and the demands of her studio contract. Despite these obstacles, she remained dedicated to her craft, constantly seeking new roles and opportunities to grow as an actress. The 1930s were a pivotal time for Garbo, with films like Grand Hotel, Queen Christina, and Anna Karenina, showcasing her incredible range and depth as a performer. Her portrayal of Queen Christina, in particular, is often cited as one of the greatest performances of her career, demonstrating her ability to convey complexity and nuance on screen. As we explore Garbo's remarkable journey to stardom, it becomes clear that her success was not solely due to her talent, but also her determination, resilience, and willingness to take risks. Her early experiences in Södermalm, her family struggles, and her own perseverance all contributed to the strong work ethic and creative passion that defined her career. In 1941, at the age of 35, Garbo made the shocking decision to retire from acting, citing a desire for privacy and a need to escape the pressures of fame. Her final film, Two-Faced Woman, was released in 1941, and although it received mixed reviews, Garbo's performance was praised by critics. Despite her retirement, Garbo remained a beloved figure in Hollywood, and her legacy continued to inspire new generations of actors and filmmakers. Garbo's personal life was also a subject of fascination for the public and the media. Her relationships with men like John Gilbert, Moritz Stiller, and George Brent were highly publicized, and she became known for her independence and strong will. In 1946, Garbo met Erich Maria Remarque, a German author, and the two began a romantic relationship that would last until his death in 1970. Throughout her life, Garbo was known for her love of nature, art, and literature. She was an avid collector of modern art, and her collection included works by artists like Renoir, Picasso, and Matisse. Garbo also loved to travel, and she spent much of her retirement exploring the world and experiencing new cultures. In the 1950s and 1960s, Garbo became increasingly reclusive, preferring to avoid the public eye and focus on her private life. However, she never lost her love for cinema, and she continued to attend film screenings and support emerging filmmakers. In 1954, Garbo was awarded an honorary Oscar for her unforgettable screen performances, and in 1960, she was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Greta Garbo passed away on April 15, 1990, at the age of 84, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and captivate audiences around the world. Her contributions to cinema are immeasurable, and her influence can be seen in the work of countless actors, filmmakers, and artists. As we conclude our journey through Garbo's life and career, it's clear that she remains an iconic figure, a true Hollywood legend who will forever be remembered for her talent, beauty, and enduring spirit. In the words of Garbo herself, "I never said I wanted to be alone, but I always wanted to be left alone." And so, we leave Greta Garbo, this extraordinary woman, in peace, her legacy shining bright, like a beacon, inspiring future generations to come. That's all for today's star bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.